What's poppin', custom babies? What's poppin'? I'm back with another video. It's Zai, custom Zai. I don't know what to call y'all. I'm thinking custom gang, custom made nation, something like that. I don't know, but yeah. Today's video is going to be assumptions about artists. This is finna get real because I am an artist. That's what I want my channel to like be based around. I'm thinking of ways to like differentiate my brand from other people on YouTube. Me being an artist is the best thing because I can also promote my business and like my art, stuff like that. So yeah, I came up with 10. If you are an artist or you know somebody that's an artist and you feel like I missed something or I left out something, or if you feel like I'm touching on something that you definitely felt, leave a comment, like and share to other artists or just anybody if you feel like this is something that they will fuck with. We will work for free. A lot of people have, okay, let me just when I first started my art business, or like commission art, which is basically just selling art for money, I ran into a few people who had me do complete works, everything they wanted. They said it was nice and everything, seen a final outcome, boom, loved it, and then never paid me. Never met up with me for me to give them the painting. One person I actually paid to get it sent to them. I am not even finna sit on here and expose nobody because I could really start talking my stuff, but I'm not even going to. All I'm gonna say is karma. And I'm gonna say, like, I'm not gonna let that harden my heart. I'm not gonna let that stop my bag, nothing. Yes, I did feel away at first because it's just like, wow, like, you really had me sit here and do. And it's embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing. It's a little discouraging. Like, when you first starting off with any business, artist, whatever, for somebody to like play you, especially people who you thought would like be supportive, you know, and they turn around and do something like that, that's really effed up. And it really makes you be like, damn, like, can't go to Bella No Chains, then where the hell can you go? I just had to, like I said, God, he's gonna see it through. So yes, I did take a little bit of an L, but it only taught me about deposits, and you can't do business with everybody, and you have to establish things before you get the ball rolling, you know? Like, I got excited, you know, it's my first, not my first, but like since I relaunched, it got to me a little bit. But yeah, people will really assume that you will work for free. I don't know if it's specifically because you're an artist, so they feel like whatever. People will play you, straight play you, and feel like you should have did that, or like it was, you know, normal. You're an artist, you could just do this real quick. It's whatever. Like, it's not whatever. So yeah, don't come over here thinking that. Yeah. Because you paying that deposits just to make sure. Bad quality references are okay. Let me explain what I mean by this. You do a commission and a person tells you what they want and all that stuff. A lot of times I do portraits of people, so they'll give me a reference picture of the person or themselves, whatever, that they want me to paint. Some people will come to me thinking they could give me a blurry, bad quality picture, or they can give me something from 2001. I don't know, very much just not, it's not what you want. It's not really what you want, because when I really paint what you gave me, you're going to be mad. So don't give me that. Don't give no artist a reference picture that you don't literally want, especially if they're an artist who goes like off of realism. Like, they go off of references, they're gonna look at what you gave them and paint that. Don't give them that, because that's not, It's not what anybody wants. And then when you actually receive that back, you're going to be upset. So get the best looking reference, best quality, best whatever. No blurry, no reflections, none of that. Give them exactly what you want or something very close to it. And if you want them to change something, be specific about that when you first give it to them. That's all I want. But people act like they can't, you know, that really grinds my gears. Not really work. There's just like this whole stigma of artists aren't really doing anything, or like their work is, I don't know, mindless or easy or something. I don't know. But you could say that about any occupation because you're not doing it. You don't understand what it takes to, you don't understand what goes into nobody's processes. So all that judgment, throw it out. But yeah, some people really think like it's not work. You just draw pictures. Like, yeah, no. That's like pretty much with any job. You don't know. It's just ignorance. It's ignorance. Plain and simple. You're broke. People assume that, you know, the starving artist narrative, you're not really making any money off of it. Who's just buying paintings, stuff like that. I feel like that's more of like an old assumption. Like, yeah, that's something that people probably really thought when art was just now becoming like a prominent field in America. And you know, that's kind of the same thing. That could be true with any occupation. When you're first starting out at something, you're not going to start out on top. It's about networking, growth. It's about new opportunities. You gotta start from somewhere. So I might be broke in the beginning. I mean, I'm not, we're not even finna discuss financials. But I'm not broke just because I'm an artist. And when I really start doing art like full time, I'm still not going to be broke. I don't even speak that kind of energy into my life. We're giving wealth, success, period. But yeah, I know plenty of artists who are well off and making checks, making money. You don't need school. This is a little controversial. So me, I've always been like good at school. I see school as like any other institution that you can very much maneuver your way through. You don't have to be smart to get straight A's. You didn't have to be smart to graduate none of them grades. You didn't have to really do nothing. Like, I did the bare minimum all 12 years and was always on honor roll, whatever. Like, had above a 4.0 even through high school when it started getting harder. Like, it's about really just about playing everything right. Like, play it right. Like I said, it's an institution. It's something for you to do for them 12 years. I'm the type of person who needs structure in order to get something done efficiently. I'm not the type of person who's going to be like, just go with the flow and see what happens and it'll get done. No, I need somebody to be like, yep, and then today, and then this week, and then yeah, and then boom. That's what I need. So I feel like me going to school to further my skill and just, like I said, networking, all that stuff, that's very beneficial. That's why an artist will go to school. Yeah, for that. For networking, to better their skill, all that type of stuff. Yeah. Now, you can still do that stuff outside of school. Like, it's just, it depends on you. For me, that's why I went and I'm doing it, and that was the point. But it's very much people who can go without it. Also, having a degree looks better in your background, so it's going to set you apart from other people when you applying to that job. That's another reason why school is still necessary as an artist. Your subject matter defines you. This is true to an extent. It literally depends on the artist. Me, Yeah, some pieces, my work is an expression of feelings, situations, life in general. It could be other people's experiences, it could be my own, but yeah, my art is a reflection of life. So, in a way, it does define me and like how I feel about certain things and what's important to me. But there are some times where I just make art that don't really have like, it doesn't really have a meaning. I didn't make it with anything in mind. Like, it was just something that looked good in a composition, so I just ran with it. A lot of other artists do that as well, but some artists' work does define them and how they feel. You won't have a steady job. Now this this used to get me when I was younger. When I first like started to really like solidify that I wanted to go into the art field when I was younger, my dad was one of the first people who very much gave me why. And even now to this day, I had went to go help my dad's side of the family. We was moving my grandma into her apartment, and all of them asked me about like, now what job can you get with this degree? I'm not mad at them or nothing, cause I understand. Especially like I said, back in the day, starving artists. That's all they knew. They don't have nothing to go off of to relate a successful artist to in their head. They don't have nobody to. Oh yeah, they didn't know. They don't got that. All they got is starving artists. What are you finna be doing? What does that mean? What is that? That's all they think. It's not just giving that. It's giving very much. There are plenty of ways to have a steady job as an artist. You can work for literally any illustration company, comic books, storyboard artists, animation studios, all of that. It's literally so many artist jobs, marketing, designing things, all of that. So really, I have no concern about having a steady job as an artist, but what I'm trying to do currently and I'm gonna keep doing is being an entrepreneur. I want to start my own business, my own art business, my own illustration business. And yeah, I'm trying to also, in addition to that, I'm trying to get into making passive income through art as well. There's plenty of things that I could do for that as well, but my current venture is starting is going to be a children's audiobook, but like with the pictures and stuff, so I'm gonna make the art for it. Yeah, but that's my first venture into the passive income art field. But there are plenty of active income art jobs, all that. I'm really not concerned about that. Like literally, and then after I have my degree, it's definitely up. Like I could go anywhere. The limits are endless. As an artist, you can definitely have a steady job, or you can do your own thing and see where it goes. And you know, with having a business, it's up and down, but you'll catch on to your rhythm and do that junk. That's what I'm trying to do. It's easy. Anybody can do it. This is why the art field is so saturated. It's a lot of people who just pick up a pencil, a pen, whatever, a drawing utensil, motherfucking stylist, and they think that they, and I don't want to say this like that because it makes me seem like kind of, I don't know, stuck up or something, but like, I'm not saying anybody can't be an artist, but how that one song go? Maybe if you left the house you could rap about something. Everybody has a story, but some people haven't tapped into it yet. Some people's story hasn't even really started. So when you're an artist, I feel like you very much have tapped into your story you very much, you're tapped into something. Like, you're in tune with something, and that's how you get your output. Something is pouring into you, and you are pouring out that expression into your art, period. Some people do not have an input. They're not getting anything. They're not receiving no energy, no lessons, no experiences, no nothing. So they don't have nothing to put out for real, you know? Like, you're not talking about nothing. So you can pick up, it's just like a rapper or a musician or whatever who hasn't been through nothing in life. Why you think Mary J. Blige's songs hit so hard? Cause she done been through life. That woman been through life. Why you think Sada? That's my favorite rapper. Don't do me, cause a lot of people don't like him, but that's my nigga. Anyways, why you think he be like, his shit hit so hard? Because he's really like that. Like, he really been through something raw wave. Like, just anybody you could think of who really be talking their stuff, they've been through something. They're receiving something, and they're able to put it out. Not only do you receive and put out, but you know how to deliver it. Like, you have your own personal touch on how to deliver it, and it clicks with your audience. You know your audience, you know what you're making, you know why you're making it, you know where you got it from, you know, like, that's all going into an artist and their process. And that's with any type of artist, and some people do not have that. So at that point, I don't think you can call yourself an artist, you know. Some people just try to put stuff together literally to sell and call it art, just with the goal in mind to get money. And it's obvious when people do that. Like, your heart isn't in it, so it's obvious, and it's not gonna pop. It's not gonna go nowhere, because there's no passion behind it, there's no reason behind it. Yeah. So, no, I don't think it's easy. No, I don't think everybody can do it. No, I don't think everybody's an artist. But some people think that. Digital versus traditional / certain medias versus other medias, and one is easier, one is harder. If you don't use that one, you're not a real artist. Bruh, get out of my face with that. Because so many different mediums, so many ways to make art. You can make art out of hair pieces of hair, just laying them out and making a composition. It's really not about what you use, and you can feel like one is more difficult than the other, but to another person, they might not feel that way. I can't stand watercolor. I really cannot. Like, in real life, I don't like watercolor. It's bad. I don't know how to, it's just not for me. But to another person, that's they junk. Like, they could snap with some watercolor. I could snap with some oil. They might not be able to, like, work with oil. It don't make you any more of an artist or nothing of that sort because you use a certain medium over other. And I just really feel like you're effed up in the head if you feel like somebody's less of an artist if they use a certain media over another, anything like that. No, because who are you? Who are you to decide that? Number one, and number two, like I said, it's really subjective. Not only is art subjective, but the way that you make it is subjective. And yeah, everybody got their thing. They got their preferences. They got the things that they specialize in. You should be able to specialize in something. Like, you should be better at something than you are at the other, because then that's how you develop your signature style. Every last one, the most important one of all, the most universal one of all, even outside of art, is you have to compare yourself to other artists. No, very bad. Don't do that, because art is already a competitive field to be in. So, you know, it's inevitable. It's a visual subject. So obviously it's inevitable to literally see your stuff next to somebody else's and start critiquing and being like, oh, they do this better than I do that, and they're better than me, or I'm better than them, or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, No, don't think that. You might think that somebody else's work is better than yours, but to a whole nother audience, they might go stupid over yours and not theirs. I feel like there are certain like techniques that obviously, you know, every artist might follow, like lights and darks and scale and things like that, you know, things that you're taught technically that you're going to go by or whatever. But that's that. But then on a whole nother level, when it comes to like skill or just, you know, like the final look of a person's art versus another person's, don't compare yourself to nobody. Like your art career, how it's going, how many gigs you got, how many pieces you sold, and how many shows you did. Don't compare it to anybody else. Don't. Because that's how you get effed up in a race. You running, you looking to your right, looking to your left, looking back, everywhere but forward. Focus on you. Stay in your zone. Boom, boom. Period. Like, and that's just in life in general. But I feel like artists, they have a habit of just being really hard on themselves when they compare their work to other people. And you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You're not going to help nothing at all. So just don't do it. Focus on you. Focus on how you can get better. And that's the end of this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Hopefully I was entertaining. I tried to not keep my voice monotone because that's something I be having to work on. But yeah, hopefully y'all related to that if you're an artist or if you know somebody to make art. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.